The mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, the site for the Celtics. Playmaking will not be in short supply tonight. Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum are in the house as they prepare for a fight with the Nuggets. Celtics Nuggets is next, right after this. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Most people know that the Celtics are big proponents of analytics. And their star Jason Tatum said, "It's helped me a lot, knowing what works best. It starts by attacking the basket, trying to get more layups and free throws. That opens up the game. Not avoiding mid-range shots, but getting in a rhythm first. And it's been working." Kevin?
It sure has. Thanks, DA. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Brooklyn Nets. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Mo Wagner out there with Tatum, and it's Williams at the center position. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. And in this early season, Brent, what is the feeling on a team that is trying to build chemistry?
I think coaches understand that defining a role for guys as soon as they possibly can will really help with the rhythm of the season. So many games over the course of so many months. If you can get to that early, Kevin, sometimes that's a huge advantage.
So the Nuggets win the tip. Martin with it. Pass to Jokic from deep. And that one is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Tatum. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Clippers.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
Jokic, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
You got to close off the lane to the basket. Tatum is just so good at creating angles to attack.
The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Porter looking it over. 6 to shoot. Barton outside. A 3-ball. He can't get that one to fall. So the Celtics will take it the other way. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
That's good from Wagner. And he makes both free throws.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Jokic kicks to Porter. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Barton. Another shot. Rebound by Williams.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Wagner. Tatum on the wing. And the layup's good off the glass. 7 points for Jason Tatum. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
They get it back. Boston leading by 9. Walker goes in. A beautiful reverse layup.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Denver's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with Greg's supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Here's Murray. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Now Jokic is coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. It's good.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Porter against Tatum. Brown feeling it out a bit and finished off by Brown.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Barton following the bucket by the Celtics. And it's Gordon missing. Brown against Barton. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
And the first one drops. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And, Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Good on both.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Here's Murray. 23 points for him the last game against Houston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one. Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Brown outside. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Brown.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Murray, the pass to Barton. Now here's Gordon. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Walker against Murray. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Off target from 3-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Barton, no luck.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Porter, and Morris subbed in for Barton. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Boston. Tatum no good on the free throw.
Earning all rookie first team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
Gordon with no one around. No good with the triple. And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. 13-point lead. Tatum finds Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Denver calls timeout. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Nuggets. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference.
And you know, for the Nuggets, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
Yeah, I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And it's Williams with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Murray outside. Jokic kicks to Morris. Outside Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Wow, Millsap not known for his dunking, but the anchor man getting up high on that one.
Celtics leading by 15. And here is Tatum. He's got 9. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Williams. Evan Fournier comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Walker. Now, here's Clark. There's the pass to Dozier. And McGee kicks to Clark. No good from outside.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
To the paint. Here's Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And so Tatum nails them both.
Man, they are just living at the line.
The Nuggets trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Morris finds Millsap.
Hey, yo, right here.
Denver passing it around. Morris looking over the floor. Here's Dozier, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Pass to Cornette. Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Clark. Tatum down low. He's against Clark. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Nuggets shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Morris passes to Millsap. Here's Dozier. McGee in the high post. Dozier kicks to Millsap. And the 3 off target.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
The Nuggets trail by 17. Here's Dozier, and right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's McGee, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Evan Fournier. Denver shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from McGee. Neesmith, he's checked in for the Celtics. Both free throws good from McGee. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Celtics. 15-point game. To the middle. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And over his career, Tristan Thompson has scored mainly through offensive putbacks and in pick-and-roll situations.
And here are the Nuggets now. Well, it was a career year for Evan Fournier, just at the right time. Opted out of his player option over the summer, and he was a free agent.
And Fournier proved that he can put up numbers. Aggressive looking to create with the ball in his hands. This team got a great weapon signing Fournier.
Now here's Smart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fournier finds Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson does not mind the contact, and I think that bump sometimes even helps him focus more.
1:58 left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Morris.
Pick coming, pick coming, pick coming.
Now here's Millsap. He had 19 points in the win against Houston. McGee with no one around, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Smart. Good work defensively by Morris. The Nuggets trail by 19. Dozier passes to McGee. And he banks in the layup.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
1:09 left to play here in the first. Pass to Cornette. Feeds it to Fournier. It's rebounded by Dozier. And here's Denver. Here's Morris. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Celtics leading by 17. Down low. The shot by Thompson, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Clark. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And so he hits both.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Porter with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Aaron Nesmith. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. We may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
And Porter drops them both. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to be part of the team and do whatever you need to do to be the best player in your roles.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Will Barton. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Morris in at the 1. And here's Smart following Paul Millsap's 3. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Fournier's shot is off. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. They trail by 14. The pass to Barton. Morris outside. Outside Porter. And Thompson sends it back.
Shooter just can't help but throw that ball into Tristan Thompson's hand.
For 3, Fournier. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Morris outside. Millsap passes to Barton. And he lobs it up. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now Smart. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fournier. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. Fourth, the Nuggets.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
The Celtics have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls. In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them, probably one of the best. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jaylen Brown.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Nuggets trail by 16. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Now Jokic. Offline with his three.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the shot goes down. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
And Walker, the definition of a creative finisher. No foul, no problem.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Murray, the pass to Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Barton. Clock at 4. Good D by Thompson. Celtics leading by 18. And here is Brown. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. They get the rebound.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Now here's Walker. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Here's Murray. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
And the way Brown sprints toward the rim makes defenses nervous. He's so adept at drawing contact on his way to the bucket.
And he makes the first. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Neesmith. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Denver calls timeout. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Take a look at Murray. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Here's Barton. Kemba Walker making his last shot. And that one goes long.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now here's Walker, following the miss by Jokic. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Barton, wide open, he fires, and no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the shot goes in.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 8. In the corner, it's Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Tatum. Floats it up for Williams. Jokic with the steal. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Doesn't get it to drop for him. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 17-7 run. And it's good, 2 points. 15 points for Jason Tatum.
Shifty, elusive offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Barton surveying the floor. Jokic trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Barton's got his first bucket of the night.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Tatum on the wing. Back to Williams. To the inside, Walker. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Walker's got 14 points for the game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Denver shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Walker against Murray. Gordon trying to break loose. Murray, good.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
Here's Walker. He's got 14. They double team Walker. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
The Nuggets shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Williams. And Mo Wagner is subbed in for Tristan Thompson.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Murray, the pass to Clark. And here's Jokic. It's deflected.
Well, they've been better
than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Clark kicks to Murray. Passes to Dozier. Back to Murray. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. Tatum with it. 18 points for him. Brown outside. Pass to Wagner. From deep. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Jokic. Softly drops in the floater. Jokic has got 11 points.
Gotta be so fun to play with a player like Jokic. You never know what he's gonna do next, but it's usually pretty good.
To the inside. And the dunk by Tatum.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Murray against Walker. Boston dictating the flow. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Six on the shot clock. Here's Cornette. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass. Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And it's Walker penetrating, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in, and then for Boston. Fournier is checked in for Brown, and Smart subbed in for Kemba Walker. Outside Fournier. Here's Wagner. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Dozier. He's guarded by Fournier. Jokic, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
And that one falls for Smart. Paul Millsap's checked in for JaVale McGee. And so Smart nails both of them. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Morris passes to Jokic to the middle. Dozier. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. He'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Denver shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
One shot.
Boston dictating the flow. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Millsap with the steal. Smart against Morris. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Now Tatum. Right side Smart over Morris. Again the miss by the Celtics. And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better, or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 20 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them. But I point to their weak inside defense more than anything else. They didn't protect the rim at all, and it's cost them, Ernie.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Celtics shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. On the floor for Boston. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Mo Wagner out there with Williams, and it's Walker in at the guard position. Good work there as it goes.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
Barton kicks to Murray. The floater, and it's good on the way in. Murray's got 8 points.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Tatum. The kick out to Williams. Now here's Wagner. Defense is right there over Porter. And that one's good, Wagner. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Murray against Walker. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
It's amazing how much the evolution of Jokic has helped evolve the offense that's around him. A fearless player who feels like he can go up and match up against anybody in the league.
Now here's Brown. He's got 9. Back to Walker. Just 4 to shoot. They double team Walker. Tries it from 19. Here's Williams, and it's sent back by Jokic. Martin passes to Murray. The kick out to Porter. No good on the triple. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. They host the Kings after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Williams passes to Tatum over Porter. Nice D from Porter.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The pass to Jokic. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Boston now. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Wagner on target from 13 feet. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Celtics shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Tatum dishes to Brown. Pass to Williams. Down low. Here's Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's Wagner missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And a wide open look for Porter. Knocks down the 3-ball. Porter's got 5.
And you really want to step up and try to make Porter make a move right there. The 3-ball look easy.
Walker against Murray. At the elbow, it's Brown. Shot from 16. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Barton kicks to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Oh, tremendous find there by Kemba. He draws loads of attention, opens the court up for his teammates.
The Nuggets have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Jokic. 17 points in the game. Morris finds Porter. A 3-pointer, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. The Nuggets shooting 40% from the field.
And you have to be excited about the work rate that Thompson has shown lately. He has become a much more active player.
Well, the ability just to stay with that high motor is Tristan Thompson's calling card at this point. On the interior, wants to play physical and wants to disrupt anything he can on the inside to make an impact.
Here's Walker. Following the basket by Jokic. That one goes in. Thompson's got 12.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
Here's Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the left side wing. Here's Jokic. There's the feed to Millsap. Over Thompson. Millsap misses.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Brown, good.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
For Denver, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Outside Gordon. Pass to Millsap. Lob pass to Gordon. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And finished off by Brown.
And Brown runs the floor like a freight train. At 225 pounds, he's a mammoth that wrecks defenses in transition.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Murray for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And Denver has possession after the basket by Boston. Murray outside. Jokic high post. Back to Murray. Clock at 6. Outside Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Morris kicks to Gordon. Morris against Walker. To the middle. Looking to end the run. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown. For Denver, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Boston shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Right side, Williams. Here's Thompson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clark, the pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. It's stolen by Brown. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And he lays in the alley-oop.
How about the attitude Tatum has? I mean, if he has room to shoot, he is going to let it fly.
And so here's Denver. And here is Morris. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. And a new group in for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Neesmith comes in for Tatum. Evan Fournier's checked in for Brown. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Kemba Walker. To the inside. And it's McGee with the jam.
And just a perfectly designed play. Anytime you can get a dunk on the inbounds, you know the X's and O's were in the right spot.
Now here's Smart. And Thompson kicks to Cornett. Neesmith, the pass to Cornett. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on JaVale McGee.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. Denver's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Dozier passes to Morris. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now here's Smart. Now the pass to Thompson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. 4th, Jokic.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Here's Morris. No points in the game yet for him. And it's Jokic in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Morris, no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Denver shooting around 41% on the night. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And let's review some numbers for Jokic. Averaging about 27 points per, 18 rebounds, and 6 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Now, here's Nesmith. Off target with his 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Cornett. That is his first foul of the game. And Clark has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Morris passes to Jokic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jokic has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Morris against Smart. Pass to Nesmith. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
One shot.
That's good from Nesmith. 1:44 left in the third. Morris against Smart. Morris kicks to Dozier. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. Got a piece of it. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
It's his first trip to the line.
shooting 2.
And that one falls for Fournier. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Boston also with the sub. Wagner's checked in. And so Fournier nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Porter. He's got 5.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Wagner passes to Fournier. Throws it up high.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. The first free throw is good. The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton is checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Smart kicks to Wagner. Passes it to Fournier. McGee with the block. Pass to Dozier. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Dozier's got 4 points in the quarter.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Now here's Fournier. Inside, here's Smart, and the layup falls. Smart's got 6.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so it's the Boston Celtics up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Excellent defense. Keep getting the ball side to side on offense. We're getting a lot of good looks. Let's be patient in getting our best look. Down here, just duplicate what you're doing. Let's go.
Well, clearly Brad loves how determined they've been on defense.
I mean, I like how he gave his guys credit there, while he's also challenging them on offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got JaMychal Green. Clark is out there with Will Barton. And it's Dozier in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And stolen by Barton. The pass to Dozier. And Brent, many players said shooting in the bubble was easier. What's your take on that?
Well, I appreciate you asking me the question, Kevin. I thought about that a lot as I was watching the playoffs last season, and I thought 2 things. One, familiar sight lines. You're going to the same gym to see the same rims over and over and over, and then maybe the extenuating circumstances of no crowd. So feeling like you're in an empty gym, one that you practice in, maybe that leads to more confidence. And we saw the numbers go up for a lot of guys, and we saw the scoring also go up. So maybe those two factors contributed to that.
That free throw, no good. Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Boston shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Barton outside. And again, Denver no good.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Here's Pritchard. Barton defending. Pritchard passes to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kept alive. Here's Cornette. Green deciding where to go with it. The shot by Pritchard, no good. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Knocks it loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
So it's the Celtics now. And it's Williams with the ball for Boston. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pass to Cornette. Back to Williams. Puts it up from 12. That shot off the mark. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Barton outside. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Murray's checked in for Barton. That'll be a 5-second call. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Dozier, guarded by Green. A nice shot by Dozier. Dozier's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Cornette. And here is Nesmith. He's covered by Clark. Nesmith, the pass to Cornette. The shot's good.
Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Clark left side. Murray outside. Makes it off the glass.
Surprising quickness. Murray burying his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Pass to Cornette. And the pass to Nesmith. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Clark.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Williams. That shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. And that one's good by Clark. And here is Neesmith. Here's Pritchard. On the wing, Green. Here's Cornette. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Shoots. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Dozier. Green with the ball. To the wing on the left. Williams looking around. Green inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Bowl, he's checked in for Denver. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Fires from 14. Dozier can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Neesmith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Passes it to Dozier. Over to the left wing. No good from Clark. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Green gets it to go.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Murray. Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Cornette. Out to the right wing. Outside, Green. Here's Pritchard. A 3-pointer off the mark. Nuggets have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Williams. Lobbed up there for Green. Here's the break. Goes up, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, that's just sweet passing there for Murray, keeping his eyes open and finding the open man.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. Celtics shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Najee.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Pritchard. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Clark inside. The Celtics on offense. And there's the pass to Cornette. Celtics passing it around. Here's Pritchard. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Williams gets the bucket.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now Morris. Najee. Plenty of space. No good off the back of the rim.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Outside, Green. Over to the wing. Here's Cornette. Misses the three. And Clark has got the ball here for Denver. Here's Morris. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. So it's the Celtics now. Outside, Green. Passes to Nesmith. Down low, Cornette. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Cornette's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Morris. Basket counts.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Pass to Nesmith. To the inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Pritchard's got his first 2 points of the night.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Dozier passes to Najee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he makes the first. So Boston ends up going with a new group. So he gets them both. Now here's Walker. And the pass to Thompson. Williams kicks to Thompson. Got a piece of it. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
There's the versatility Gordon has. Great work on both ends, and he gets rewarded.
Walker the pass to Williams. Murray against Walker. Outside Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Murray for 3. They grab their own miss. Gordon, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Gordon.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And the Celtics with possession here.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jason Tatum.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Williams inside the line. Boston again missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Good on the shot. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.